Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Visitor Parking Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Vargas. Baltimore, tough beat, guys. I was up with everybody until 11:30, 11 o'clock. At one point, man, I was on my knees praying to God. I said, Lord, if you allow Lamar Jackson, my favorite football player ever, to score here or get his team in a position to score, I will be forever grateful to you, O Lord. Maybe in retrospect, this was in vain or blasphemous to do, but I did it. And what happened next? Isaiah Likely catches the ball. Isaiah Likely came down with the football just like I knew he would. I said, we're going to win this game. I said, we're going to win this game. Here's where I went wrong. I made multiple TikToks during the live sporting event. Zay Flowers scored not one beautiful dream pass, but two in the same quarter. Like what? Like what? Like, we had the Steelers beat is my biggest beef right now, is that we had them dead to rights, but we couldn't do it. We had a heart-breaking defeat last night. And you know this is hard to do. You know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl, to let alone make it to a Super Bowl. We have to take a moment to be grateful for all of the winning seasons that Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh continue to give the Baltimore Ravens. This was a bad fucking beat. Don't get me wrong. It was bad in every aspect of the beat because we lost to an old man. A goated old man. Aaron Rodgers is a goat. And you could tell that even Aaron Rodgers doubted himself during the game. He doubted himself so much that he doubted that he had so much time to throw the ball. He had 8 seconds in the pocket on average. I don't know if this is a studied fact, but I am going to look it up after this podcast. On average, how many seconds did Lamar Jackson have to throw the ball? Versus on average, how many seconds did Aaron Rodgers get to throw the ball? I would like to wager that Aaron Rodgers averaged at least 5 to 8 seconds in the pocket. I don't know what's regular to have a nice, safe, clean pocket, but all I know is that Lamar's pocket looked like a smushed little pancake. Every time that he would get in the pocket, it would look like, he would get smushed. A lot of respect for Cameron Hayward. That man is a giant beast. And you don't really get appreciation for these legends until you're like, you see how long this wolf's tooth is, and you're like, damn, this guy's been playing since Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs. I just want to say that Lamar Jackson, we have failed you. The ownership has failed you. The fan base has supported you. I think we have supported you relentlessly throughout the years, and that support continues. If there were any doubters out there about you, Lamar Jackson, they were silenced by your performance. The only thing that I would have done differently as a coach, I would have pissed off my defense a little bit harder. I would have probably gone back in time and not let Kyle Hamilton go out. I would have made sure I saved that man's head from a concussion. I honestly probably would have asked Kyle Hamilton just to play through the concussion, but that's not often as a coach would I do that. Just once in a while, player safety is everything to me. I got a great example today from a comment that I received that said, you know what, Alex, maybe it's not a bad thing if John Harbaugh and the Ravens part ways. And the reference that he provided was Andy Reid and the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you know anything about Andy Reid, he's been around for a long, long time. I don't know if he's older than John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, but I would beg to differ and say that he might have 5 or 10 years on them. Let's fact check that real quick. Okay, that makes sense. But basically, let's see real quick. We're going to Google it. What is the age difference between Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, and Mike Tomlin? Andy Reid was born in 1958. John Harbaugh was born in 1962. Mike Tomlin was born in 1972. So 58, 62, 72. Tomlin is the youngest. John Harbaugh is the middle child. Andy Reid is the oldest. So there is still time for everybody here to learn and grow. But basically, Andy Reid had coached in Philadelphia for I don't know how many years, but he had coached there for a while. And what happened was that things just grew stale, and the fan base was tired of him, the coaching staff, the ownership, the players, and he thought he was done. And he ended up going to Kansas City, built that entire program again, and ended up with I think he was the coach when they had Alex Smith, and then he got Patrick Mahomes. They ended up winning 3 Super Bowls together. That's not a bad place to go. So if John Harbaugh has greener pastures, better for him. Do I disagree with Lamar Jackson leaving? Abso-fucking-lutely. Lamar, please don't leave us. Please don't leave us. Please. Here's the number one response I get. Lamar's never said that he wants to leave. He loves Baltimore. I'm like, no, he fucking doesn't. No, he doesn't. I'm not saying that he doesn't love Baltimore because he hates Baltimore. I'm just saying, like, if I'm from Virginia or D.C., I'm going to want to go back to Virginia or D.C. at some point. So I think the fan theory is not so much evidence-based as it is practicality. Like, if your whole family lives down there, your girlfriends, your bitches, whoever, your friends, your homies, whoever lives down there, I would want to be back around my people. And I'm not to say that there are pockets of Baltimore and culture that he's liked, but I want to show you guys this one clip. It broke my heart because I own a company, and I don't want to. I've had situations where I was trying to lead a team, and the team was not a fit for my leadership style. Does that mean I should change my entire leadership style to fit that generation of team members? Probably learn to be flexible, yeah, but to an extent, you're not going to be able to change your whole personality to fit a team. John Harbaugh has gotten older. I think he's 60, 65, probably 70. Maybe not that old, but he's gotten older, up to close to 70. And I think when you get a team that was as young as Lamar was when Lamar came in, you get a team as youthful and soulful as this team. I don't know. I've heard Harbaugh's a hard ass, which is hard to believe because he's got the lisp and he seems like such a nice guy. But I have heard that Harbaugh can be kind of a hard ass. Recently, he's talked a lot about God, and he's talked a lot about how winning isn't everything. And this is true. Like, I do appreciate those morals and stuff, but also this is also a job, not a like collegiate, like kumbaya, like college. Okay, teach the kids, but this is professional football where they've grown past college, they've grown past high school, they are ready to make money, and their job is to put up one winning seasons, sell tickets, and win a Super Bowl. I think a lot of people get confused. I think they see football as the sport where you win a Super Bowl. That is what you do it for. But if you're running a business, can you be profitable and win a Super Bowl? Sometimes I would probably think that winning a Super Bowl does not always equate to profit. What if you have to take 5 to 10 years of losses after your Super Bowl? What if your ticket sales go down the absolute toilet if you win a Super Bowl and you sell out for the Super Bowl? You buy players you can't afford, receivers you can't afford, running backs you can't afford, a defense that you can't afford. You sell out to win that Super Bowl or to go on a run, as they would say. I don't know how long this would affect the team, but I would have to guesstimate that there is probably some math behind it. So there are teams like the Commanders, the Cowboys, who sell out year after year after year. They wash out, they bust out to get these crazy star players that don't even fit the team potentially, and they don't win a Super Bowl. But they sell a lot of tickets in the meantime, maybe. I think what I'm saying is that football is a sport, but at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and it's run by the collection of billionaires, billionaire owners. Steve Bisciotti, the founder of Aerotech Staffing, which I think was Allegis or whatever it started off as. But my point being here is, to run a football team successfully, you have to win, but you have to sell tickets. And I don't know every year what it costs to run a Super Bowl winning team, but I would gather it costs a lot of money to keep the players together. And it's one of those things where the Baltimore Ravens have perfected this thing where they have an extremely loyal fan base. They put up winning seasons. They're the AFC North champions for 23, 24, almost 25. They went on a huge run before that. They won 2 Super Bowls within a decade, just outside 2000 and 2012, so within a little bit over a decade. But you get where I'm going with this. I don't think they are always focused on winning a Super Bowl as much as they are not having a bad team. So, yes, Eric DeCosta, Steve Bisciotti, they want to win a Super Bowl, but they want to do it on a budget. Tylan Wallace, Wester, Bateman, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, who it looks like they're not willing to pay for. Isaiah Likely knows his value. His agent knows his value. We know his value. That man can run, jump, pass, shoot, do whatever you want, catch the ball, throw the ball. He'll yak for 75 yards. If I know my Ravens, they don't want to pay for it. They say, look, we're better off with Mark Andrews, an old Hall of Famer who's getting old. We draft another rookie tight end to back him up with some talent. That's the business. The business is not paying Likely what he's worth, which could be $70 million. We're not going to do that. Could be $100 million for another team, So I'm worried when it comes to Lamar Jackson that he does not have an agent, and I know he wants to be a billionaire, and I have no doubt he will be with the way that he plays. I just worry with contract negotiations. I don't know if Baltimore will give it their all to keep him, and it scares me to death. And here's my problem with it. I think Lamar knows that Baltimore won't do it. They hesitated last time. If they so much as blink an eye this time, I think Lamar is gone. Last time in the contract negotiations, the whole world questioned, why are they not paying Lamar Jackson whatever he wants? Pay whatever he wants. Do you guys remember in the draft when Shedeur Sanders would not get drafted? Hold on. I'm going back to the big white ownership billionaires. Talked about this on the last podcast. Systemic racism. I know. It's painful. I think that the ownership, when it comes to paying Lamar what he's worth, not having an agent, they're going to flinch, and they could really fuck this up for the entire fan base, because we don't want another quarterback. We want Lamar. We just want you to invest in him. At this point, Lamar has put in his time. We have put in our time. I want you to sell out for a Super Bowl. We will be fine. Let us rot for 5 years after that. If it costs us going out to get Jamar Chase or a couple huge stars, J-Mo Williams from the Lions, get us some pieces that can run with Lamar's style of play. Oh, my God. I mean, I love DeAndre Hopkins, but why the fuck wasn't he in the game? Zay Flowers, D-Hop, D. Henry, all you need. I don't care if DeAndre Hopkins is old. That one play was ridiculous. But D-Hop was like, you put me in one play, I'm cold. My legs are cold. Like, I'm not in the flow of the game, bro. Like, I haven't played with you. You're putting Tylan Wallace in there. Like, I'm a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Like, if we have Odell Beckham out there, let him be in the game as a decoy. Those guys, Odell Beckham, DeAndre Hopkins, they are great at getting pass interference calls. They're so technical and smooth with their route running. If we had just put D-Hop out there as a decoy half the time, just like we had started to do with Derrick Henry, we would have been fine. One thing I will say in defense of the coach and the players and whatever, should it be such a close game with who we're capable of being? I don't know. But again, you're asking Lamar to do everything right. He scores when you need him to score. He wasn't on the field. We couldn't get a pass rush. You can't expect Lamar to do everything when he's not on the fucking field. Kyle Hamilton leaving the game, that killed it. We were able to hold on. We did put over some turnovers, so we fought hard when he wasn't there. But Chidozie Awuzie has been fucking me up on Madden since he came to the team a couple of years ago. We brought him back. He is probably one of the worst corner. He just in Madden, he had enough speed to keep up for 5 or 10 yards. He would always get burned after 30, or he would do exactly what he did in the game. He'd slip. So the mistakes happen. Ronnie Stanley having that one penalty kind of killed some clock, having to get to the middle of the field. My thing was, as a coach, I get it. What you're trying to do is give the kicker like a fair chance down the middle. So instead of running a play up the middle there and having it be a right kick, you want to get him on the middle. You have a rookie kicker, sir. Give him the mental fortitude that my team tried everything. They got me that 1 yard closer. My team got me 1 yard closer. I can make this kick. Don't take a timeout, make me wait for a minute, give me 5 yards backed up to like have to try and like, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I know what's what I'm paid to do, but it's a lot of pressure. Tyler Loop, you deserve every amount of criticism that Lamar Jackson would get. You deserve it. The media has all day. I've watched everybody other than Club Shay Shay. Shout out Club Shay Shay and Ocho who see the real deal here. Every other sports analyst have been trying to find ways in to say, there's that one ESPN show Stephen A. Smith was on. I couldn't stand it. And they were talking about, is Lamar, does he get a pass on not winning this game? I'm like, does he get a pass? I'm like, did you watch the game? Lamar did his job. The kicker needs to do their fucking job. Quarterback is only as good as their kicker. I heard Cam Newton say that today, and I full on believe that. But man, guys, this was a hard beat, a very hard beat. I don't know what's going to happen to the Baltimore Ravens. I don't. But Todd Monken can go. The defensive coach can go. Zach Orr, you're better off putting on the pads. We need defensive linemen. I don't know when the Pittsburgh Steelers became the Iron Curtain of offensive linemen, but we made them look like, you would have thought it was like MAGA protecting Donald Trump. Those guys, nobody was getting through. They were the most loyal bunch of linemen you'd ever seen protecting Aaron Rodgers. Here's my favorite thing in the game. If the Steelers had lost this game and old Aaron Rodgers had burned all 3 of their timeouts, that was the craziest shit I'd ever seen. Timeout. Timeout again. Right there, I was like, fuck, Aaron's going to win this. I'm like, he burned all their timeouts confidently. So I'd like to see Lamar burn all of our timeouts. Can you imagine what the media would do to Lamar if he burned all 3 of our timeouts and won the game? Oh, he won, but can you believe he burned those timeouts? Rotten little kid. Like, he's 28. But yeah. I really appreciate, I'm going to take a minute. I really appreciate all of the comments I received on the last post. I did not expect that TikTok about Lamar and systemic racism to pop off. And I had a lot of people telling me they thanked me just for speaking up. And I will do that any way I can. I really just say what's on my mind and what I've seen. I play football, so, for me, I always thought I was going to go to the NFL. So my brother's my brother, my sister's my sister. Like, I don't care. I'll make fun of you all the same. I'll fuck you up all the same on the football field. Honestly, I would have been a better middle linebacker. Here's my last critique. This is at Roquan Smith. You don't speak. Like, you don't speak to the defense. Why is Nate Wiggins, the little Nate Wiggins, why is he the only one bringing us fucking energy, bro? Like, Roquan, you're our middle linebacker. You're supposed to be, like, give me that Ray Lewis shit, boy. Give me that Ray Lewis. Like, give me something. Instead, it's, there's no chirping. There's no, like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Like, give me something. Defense doesn't talk. We got you for another couple of years, Roquan, but I'm going to need you to speak the fuck up. Baltimore, let's stay together. Let's stay together. We don't know what's going to happen. Let the noise die down. We've got to get it together for Lamar. We've got to get it together for Lamar. We do. Lamar on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lamar. Thank you guys for watching. This is Visitor Parking Flash Podcast here, episode 55.